not in town. So you get me instead. Alex has gone to the south of France to prepare himself for going to New York, which he does next week. The festival really was the end of the road for him with us, but it was fantastic to see him. Well, I wasn't at the end of the road, I thought it was. Maybe he's going to appear in a second and correct me, but I don't think so. And Christine Court has asked me if I would say a word on her behalf, on all our behalf, from the executive to all of you. You've heard from Fee how important you are to the festival, but really, let's just think for a minute how that works. The Commonwealth Games in 2002 set a benchmark for volunteering, which I've seen echoed across many other events across the UK. You certainly saw it in the Olympic Games in 2012, because there was an absolute hallmark of Manchester about the way the volunteering was run. And we get loads of calls about how do you do it in Manchester? How do you make it so brilliant with your volunteers? How's the quality of the welcome work like that? I say, well, it's something to do with being from Manchester. If we could sell it, we would have done a long time ago. We could make ourselves very rich. But actually, you just have to come here and be here and experience it. And it's the way we are. It's just the way we are. So that quality of welcome acts for us through the festival, for greeting our visitors from overseas who are all wondering, maybe they wondered in the first festivals where they'd come to. They certainly don't now. And they thought, are we going to get, what sort of welcome do we get north of Watford, Is there running water? Well, yeah, actually there is. It's quite high in the sky. But we really set that benchmark in those early days, and we still carry it on. So we haven't fallen back in standards, we get better and better each time. And the greetings I saw happening all over the city, all our venues, were just fantastic from all of you. 450 people volunteering for us. Sorry there weren't enough shifts. Next time we'll try and find every redundant building in Manchester. Maybe we won't. But it's certainly true that last time we had more found venues or sites, and we needed more of your time to make sure that you could even find an entrance to make it. But this time it just didn't work out that way. It's not a planned thing, it's just the way that the venues work, or the performances work, or that the events work in different venues. So there wasn't so much this time, but if you went down to Mayfield and saw it being used again for a fairly extraordinary dance moves going on down there on Friday and Saturday, it's a brilliant place, and it was great that we opened it up. And I'm sure many of you go to the Albert Hall and see that regularly. Another beautiful space which the festival brought back on stream. So when the 450 you were working, I think, yeah, but 750 people applied to do this. I've run volunteer schemes in lots of different places, and you're sometimes looking for the last few people to fill the gaps. Well, we've got 750 people applying like that to volunteer, and we have to run the selection process to arrive at the creme de la creme. And it's been absolutely brilliant. You've heard the statistics, you know what we've done, the number of shows. I don't know what your highlights will be. I was going around talking to people, and it's almost always shows that we weren't quite expecting that hit the mark. Ones that we're not absolutely certain if they're going to come together at the last minute. But they've got the ingredients that work for us. It might have been Tree of Codes for you. It might have been Flexing. It might have been Ed Atkins, which I thought, yeah, was. It might have been the wonderful Estonian choir singing the hair music alongside the Richter paintings. They're all fantastic things. But then Festival Square with a theatre and a comedy scene going on there was brilliant this time. Absolutely a rich bit of programming. And there's so much that goes on around the city. And Mr. Tumble, what can you say? I took my 3-year-old grandson to see Mr. Tumble, and he still thinks I'm marvellous a week later. Now that's really lasting effect. But it is, it's a brilliant thing you do. The added dimension for me, though, is when you become ambassadors and advocates, and that's what you do for us as well. I know you do, because I hear you talking about it, and you actually go off shift and you talk about the festival. I think you actually sell us tickets, you really do, I know you do. But you're also you're bigging up the festival to lots of people, so that next time round people think, well, what did I miss? I'm not sure. And we were talking earlier, a few of us here, about how there are some people in the city, some misguided folk, who work in the city centre, who don't know the festival's going on during the festival. What do we do about them? Well, we could assassinate them, or we could bring them on board, and we just keep talking about the festival and making more and more people aware. Now, we know that this can't really happen without a lot of organisation. Your shifts have to be organised, and I think we've had a particularly good team this time. We've had Kaylee working with us, Ella, who's come back again working, and we've got the extraordinary talents of Fee. Fee has tried to escape to the Whitworth Art Gallery. Just despite the fact they had one or two little openings going on this year, we've dragged her back to work on the festival. It's great that we can share her time between the organisations, and I think maybe there's some volunteering crossover there as well between people coming across to both. I like that. I like the idea that we're sharing volunteers across the arts in Manchester, because you're all getting trained up. You all know what you love, you all know what we do, which is brilliant. So thanks to you, ladies. Magnificent stuff. I have in a minute I'm going to ask our resident poet, our poet in residence, Judith Wilson, to give us what will be a superb summary of the festival. It always is. But just before that, I'm very pleased that tonight we have with us our next artistic director and CEO, John McGrath. Now, John has come up especially from Cardiff to be at this event. I told him it was happening, and he said, I want to be there, I want to be with the volunteers. I would like to introduce you to say a few words. John McGrath. John.